In 1970, the white boy concluded, after years of being in what is called the occult, or that which is hidden, that they abandoned the basic education that you go to college and get. I was talking to the sister about this today. They don't even use that. They're into stuff called quantum physics, chaos physics, which means that things what appear to be is not necessarily real, and things that you don't see is the actual real things, the unseen real. So they're into a whole new science, and they give you physical science, and you with some old Bunsen burner. You understand what I'm saying? Some Bunsen burner and some little old stuff, and cutting some frogs and all that old bull jive. You don't even know, they don't even deal with that. They ain't dealt with that in damn 30 years. You understand where I'm coming from? And that's because it took them 50 years into the 20th century to synthesize the occult knowledge that they got out of Egypt, and they deal with that so they can you get a good education. You spend all your life studying for a damn PhD and you ain't got shit. It's just a diagnostic test to make you, it's a diagnostic test to say that you're marketable for whatever job that cracker want to train you on. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with real education whatsoever. Now, this is a book called The Holographic Universe. When you turn on the back, it says science and physics. So now, you can't front on me now and say I'm going to bring you a whole lot of hocus pocus shit. This is the evidence. This is Michael Talbot, he's a quantum physicist. It says science and physics. So that means the holographic universe and the type of stuff that we're talking about, you say UFOs and all that kind of stuff. Why is it science and physics? This is what they're dealing with now. And why is it Michael Talbot's first page of Michael Talbot's book of the holographic universe, the introduction, he starts off with 3 words into the line in the movie Star Wars. Wait a minute, hold on. Now you got to back up here. Now I don't know if women people don't understand about scholarship. Let me break this down to you again. I want you to understand what I'm saying here. Here is a book that is the standardized book of science now. Understand where I'm coming from? It says science and physics. But yet on the first page it starts off with Star Wars. Now obviously something is wrong here. Yet you go into doggone school and learn how to wear a damn suit and tie. I know, I've been through that whole education process. Took me 4 years to deprogram myself out of that bullshit. It was still because everybody in my family was educated. So therefore, it took you see what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, you got to deprogram yourself. Now, it started off with Star Wars, and then you understand why they released all 3 trilogies this year. We're going to get into this. There is no such thing as space and time. There is no such thing as the physical. This is only an illusion, a series of random events that occur that you think is real. While you wait dreaming in some other place. You're not even a local person. You don't even exist as this. Your thoughts exist. And you have been fooled to think that your physical body exists. It's only a holographic image. We're going to get into this today. We're going to get into all this. Okay? Now, but like I said, why is it that they talk about Star Wars and this and they release that? Because they understand by releasing that, they can fight a spiritual war to somehow try to keep them on the planet. But what they didn't realize is Star Wars came from our mythology. It's the Osiris story. Luke Skywalker is Horus. His father ends up dying, but taken over by Set Typhon, Darth Vader. All that particular thing is the Osirian drama. So they messed around and gave the wrong mythology. Just like they did in 1994 with them Lion King. Fucked them up again. Which is the Osirian drama. So they mess around with something that ain't theirs. But they said, this is the best we got. Let's put it out and see what happens. You understand? Now, we're going to get in this Jedi. The jet black Heru. Revenge of the Jedi. The eye of Heru. You understand what I'm saying? Force. May the force be with you. That's melanin. That's melanin. May the force be with you. That's melanin. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, let me explain something to you here. Because I'm getting ready to go into this right now. We got a long time to go, but I want to go into this and give you the history of this. The European went up into Egypt or Kemet in the late 1700s. Napoleon entered Egypt in 1797. From 1797 to 1835, they translated hieroglyphics. And from 1835 to 1935, they were engaged in magic on the planet. That means they synthesized all this particular information. Take for instance, now let's just go backtrack. How is it in the 1800s, the white boy can start off with a horse and buggy? And then all the way up to the 1800s. And then all of a sudden the 1900s come in, he got skyscrapers, he got automobiles, he got planes, he got TV, he got movies, he got electricity, he got doggone tape recorders, he got all that before 1950.
Teacher.
You understand? That's because he had a quantum leap based on the information that they synthesized in Egypt. But you don't know about that because they gave you the same old sciences and stuff from the 1800s. That's what you own now. That's why you locked in a box. Understand what I'm saying? In the 1930s, in the 1940s, you had metaphysical organizations. You had the Rosicrucians in Germany. The Rosicrucians in Germany had a spin-off group called the Order of the Black Sun. One of the chief masters was Rudolf Steiner, who was Adolf Hitler's teacher. When Adolf Hitler came to power, he ran Rudolf Steiner out of Germany. As a result, they understood. Elijah Muhammad taught you that the white man's time was over in 1914. Between 1914 and the 1930s, the white boy started mutating, started dying from the sun. Hitler came about and said, look, man, we got to build a master race. The whole war shit was a smoke screen for them for genetic engineering. They used the blackest thing they could find in Europe because they couldn't use the black person because we're biologically different. So they say, okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll use a European Jew that came into his Judaism in Spain. That's where the European became a Jew in Spain, because the Moors gave them Judaism. They picked the religion, they picked the ancient black Hebrew religion, because the ancient black Hebrew got nothing to do with the original, with this white person Jew whatsoever. Get Arthur Koestler's book, 13 Tribes. Arthur Koestler's 13 Tribes. Take it from Moorish manuscripts. That's your Jewish thing. They were converted into Judaism. But some of them were bastardized children of the black Moors. See what I'm saying? So as a result, they say, okay, we got some of them got a little bit of gene up in there, got a little curly hair. You know what I'm saying? We'll use that because that's the best of the European race because it's got a black stock in it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the smartest of the European race. You understand what I'm saying? Because they were bred by the Moors. Okay?
Who was that bred by the Moors?
The Jews, the European Jews. So as a result, they used those as a genetic program in concentration camps to learn how to clone. Giving them based on some information they got from genetic engineering off some tablets from the Moors, dealing with alchemy, and also some stuff they got from the aliens. We're going to get into this just so you know. But as a result, he said, I'm making the master race. And the war continued, what, about 5 years? What, 1941 to 1945? About let's say good 5 years. And they ended the war when they got it down pat. See, the war was the smoke screen while they went and worked around the clock in genetic engineering to learn how to clone. They ended the war when they got it down pat. They said, okay, we got it now. You can stop the shit. You know, ain't no such thing as no war going on because they fight because of ideals and all that. Hitler was a master magician. One of the baddest magicians in the 20th century, Adolf Hitler. See what I'm saying? Adolf Hitler also was taken over by some black entities because Adolf Hitler was positive to us. I'm going to show you how. Oh, they give you this. Adolf Hitler put scunions on Europe for 5 years. And Europe was decimated or devastated. You understand what I'm saying? Europe was a burned out hull after Adolf Hitler, right? Well, that's good to us that somebody put some scunion on the cracker after we just came out of slavery, because each one of them doggone countries that he fought, including Germany, because they rocked that, a family fight that got out of hand, all they had their hands in slavery. See what I'm saying? That was the spirit world getting back at them. Now Adolf Hitler, because England, some of the biggest crackers in the world, England got rocked. Buckingham Palace and all them stink-ass crackers got rocked. That's one of your vanguard times in World War II, because them niggas, they ate it. To this day, they talk about World War II and they hate Hitler because Hitler stuck it to their ass. That's what happened. With the secret society. And it was a magic war. It was the Pope and them wanted to establish the revised Roman Empire against the Jewish order dealing with England. And they went to fight together. Hitler was down with Mussolini and the Pope and all them, and they fought. You see what I'm saying? Now, as a result, they started dealing with cloning. They had cloning since the 1940s. And over 85% of what you see as white people have been cloned by now. This is true stuff.